Hello, everyone. This is Rose. Today's topic from the Book of Life is Stop in the Name of Love Before You Break My Heart. It's time to exit from this open relationship before my heart gets broken. Let's take a look at this short story from the Book of Life. Paul and Martha have been in an exclusive relationship for 5 years. They both are in their mid-30s. They met at a millionaire dating event put together by Paul and his business partners. Paul is a member of a millionaire entrepreneur club. The name of the club is called Reaching for the Sky Millionaire Club. The club consists of 5 guys who are friends and millionaires, of course. They pool together a percentage of their income to invest in new joint ventures. The members of the club purchase together. So these are these 5 guys that came together and pooled together their money. Together they purchased 2 high-rise condominiums buildings, not 2 apartments, but 2 high-rise condominium buildings, 1 nightclub and bar, a golf course, and a club. You know, the golf course has a golf club. So they purchased that together, and the millionaire dating club that Martha attended, the one that Paul found her at. The purpose in starting the millionaire social dating club was to bring people of the same financial status together in a safe environment. Paul and his 4 business partners had trouble finding women to date that was in the same financial status as themselves. They was used to dating people that was in a lower financial status. And they ran into problems when they did that, because they realized that these beautiful young ladies did not want them, but want what they had. And they was looking for someone who would see them differently than their financial stature. They wanted to know that someone loves me or wants me or desires me, not the material gain that I can bring into their life. So that was their purpose for creating this millionaire dating club. The club hosts millionaire parties once a month. So only the club members are allowed to attend the monthly gala that they put together. Each member had to pay a yearly membership fee in the amount of $200,000. With a fee like that, only millionaires were attending. Trust and believe, the average blue-collar worker was not attending this type of gala. The fee covers the expenses of the monthly gala. Paul was mesmerized by Martha's beauty and her poise when she walked into their first millionaire club party. She walked with confidence, yet she was very dainty and poised about herself. He loved how she walked with her head up, and she was elegant and she was ladylike. One could tell her confidence was not arrogance. That night at the gala, Paul introduces himself to Martha as one of the club owners. See, I don't know if he did that because he was used to dealing with people that was not of the same financial status. But why did he have to introduce himself as an owner? Why couldn't he just introduce himself as Paul? Goes to show you how you could be conditioned by the people you hang around with. Okay, so he introduces himself as one of the club owners. They began to talk. They both realized that they had a lot in common. Before the evening was over, they exchanged contact information. They were dating each other for 6 months. They had gotten into a relationship, had been dating for 6 months when Paul asked for the relationship to change from casual to exclusive. He was digging him some Martha. He really liked Martha. To ask for the relationship to change, that's unusual for a guy. Most women want it to become more exclusive. Martha asked Paul his reason for wanting to be exclusive. See, there's something behind that question. She wanted to know, what is your reason for wanting to be exclusive? A woman is very smart in the question she asks. Based on that answer that he gives, it's going to speak a lot to her. It's going to speak volumes to her about where he's at in this relationship, his way of thinking. Is it because you into me? Is it because you liking me a lot? You digging me? Or is it because you're a jealous person and you want to be possessive over me like I'm property? See, it was something behind that question and why Martha asked him that. Paul expressed how he noticed the attention. Here we go. He expressed how he noticed the attention she gets from other guys when she attends the Millionaire Monthly Galas. Sorry. That's the country girl in me. You may hear me mispronounce something. Doesn't mean I don't know the right way to say it. It's just the country in me. What can I say? I make no apologies for it. But anyway, back to Paul. Paul expressed how he noticed the attention she was getting from other guys when she attends the Millionaire Monthly Galas. He didn't want anyone else to snatch her away from him. Martha agrees to change their dating arrangement. She got the answer she was looking for. She got the truth out of him. Okay, he's possessive over what he feels is his property. So Martha agreed. She liked Paul. She just calmly, quietly agreed to change their dating arrangements. Once Martha and Paul became exclusive, she stops attending the monthly galas. She stopped because, hey, as Martha was seeing it, my perspective and thought about us being exclusive is it's no longer needed for me to attend these monthly galas because I found who I want. We are exclusive. No sense in me attending a monthly dating social party. Why should I? We went exclusive. See, her actions changed once they made that agreement. So Paul continued, as Martha did not. Paul continued to attend, but he presented it as he was attending as a club owner. And see, Martha did not understand why Paul had to attend as an owner. She felt staff was more than capable of making sure all went well at the parties. Nonetheless, she wasn't going to tell Paul how to handle his business. 3 years after exclusively dating Paul, Martha noticed a change in him. He had stopped spending the night at her home. He was treating her like a one-night stand each time they came together. after years of Paul's change in behavior, Martha decided it was time for her to make a change in their relationship. She felt like their relationship was not worthy of the status exclusive. So she asked Paul for an open relationship. Since you live in an open relationship, why don't I join in the fun? She asked Paul without telling him her reasoning. She asked Paul for an open relationship. Paul was opposed to an open relationship. See, he saw her as not only someone that he cared about, but his possession. So he was opposed to an open relationship. But he had no other choice when Martha presented receipts showing that she had proof that he was dating other women from the Millionaire Social Club while they were together in an exclusive relationship. She presented receipts. She was tired of sitting home alone with limited contact to Paul while he was out enjoying himself. So Paul agreed to the open relationship. He said, under one circumstances that we can do this. He told Martha, I would agree. He said, but he did not want her to rejoin the Millionaire Club to find dates. That's what he told her. He said, I noticed you haven't been, you end your membership with the Millionaire Club as we became exclusive. He said, so now that you want this open relationship, he said, I agree as long as you do not rejoin the Millionaire Dating Club. Martha giggled and said, I agree with you, Paul. Whatever you want, honey. Whatever you want, baby. I agree. Martha agreed with him. See, Paul thought by preventing Martha from becoming an active member would limit her from finding anyone to date. Because, see, he remembered the reason, the purpose in him and his business partners putting this club together was because they had trouble finding people of the same financial status as them. So he figured if I take this from Martha, then she won't have anyone to date. That was the purpose in her joining the club in the beginning. So let me remove this and say, yeah, I agreed to the open dating because he feel like that was a ticket for him to be openly dating women from the club and she have no one. He thought he was outsmarting Martha. So Martha, she decided, let me look around. Because once people get a wind of that something exists, someone else take it and move it to another level. So in other words, she knew if millionaires was coming to this club and saw that this exists, this form exists, and this is how we bring our people of our stature together, someone from that club was going to take it and take it to another level. It wasn't going to end with that millionaire club. And she was right. She began to search on the internet, the website. And guess what she found? She found a millionaire website called the Millionaire Socialites. But it was a dating website. It wasn't where they had to join a club and come to parties monthly. It was an actual dating website. So she decided, let me sign up for this club, this site. Let me join it. She said, all I have to do is create a profile as well as pay a monthly membership fee of $300. Hey, that was nothing. She felt that was nothing. Let me do this and see what's out there. So Martha did. She created a profile, paid the membership fee, and once she had access to the website, she was pleasantly surprised that a new site, the Millionaire Dating website, had many members. She was surprised. Martha was intrigued by 3 individuals on the site. They were all handsome, single with no kids. The first person she met and started dating is Jesse. Jesse, he's a very adventurous person. He loves to skydive, sail, take hot air balloons rides, and hike. She also met William on the site. William is the second person she met and started dating. William loves theatrical outings. He and Martha would fly all over the country to attend concerts, plays, and musicals. The third person Martha met on the site and started dating is Glenn. Glenn, he's the type that loves to go walking alongside the shore at the beach. He loves planning romantic picnics. Also, he loves indoor rock climbing, bike riding, skating, and going to the gym with his date. Martha felt when she put all 4 of the men she was dating together, she had the perfect man. The perfect man. Of course, Paul has her heart. He has her heart. So therefore, Paul has priority over the other 3. She gave him priority. She made sure her calendar was always clear for Paul. She never had any scheduling problems. Her life appeared to be purposeful and fulfilled. She was living her best life. She never had to sit home waiting for Paul to have time for her again. She never wonders about who he was dating or what he was doing. Martha did not care about what people thought of her living her life out loud in the same manner as men. Martha thought to herself, if a man can do it, so can I. I do not believe in this double standard mumbo jumbo bullcrap. Because Martha was always ready, available for Paul. She just didn't care. Why should I care in the double standards? Women ain't supposed to do it, but it's okay for men. Here I am, always ready, available for him. But Paul has had a heart. So she chose to be ready and available for him. But see, Paul, he did not know she was dating 3 other guys. How could he? Anytime he contacted Martha, her schedule was clear for him. So he had no idea. But he agreed to the open relationship. So this caused him to become very arrogant. Now Paul, the person who had all this confidence without arrogance, now suddenly become arrogant. So he became arrogant because he assumed that she was not dating no one else. And he became very arrogant in his disposition towards her. One of the things Martha had always loved about Paul was his confidence and how it was without arrogance. This is what drew them together as kindred spirits. But suddenly, Martha begins to notice Paul was feeling himself by thinking he had the upper hand in their relationship because he had access to many women who were members of his millionaire social club. Also because he didn't see any signs of Martha dating anyone other than him. Paul became so arrogant, he begins to shove his dating relationships in Martha's face by telling her, I can't come over tonight as planned because Janice needs more of my time tonight. She needs me to be there for her. She's going through something. She needs my support. Then he tells her, I will be spending the evening with her. And then he goes, Barbara and I will be out of town for 3 days on a weekend cruise. So he tells her, I will celebrate your birthday with you next month after I return from Jamaica with Susie. So he's slapping her in the face with the women he are dating. Because see, he's thinking she's only seeing him. Martha, she carried herself like a lady. She did not argue with him. She just smiled without comments to Paul's arrogant statements. She realized, why am I making Paul a priority in our open relationship when he isn't making me a priority? She thought to herself, as of today, this will end. This will end. I will fit him in according to my schedule. I will no longer drop my dates when Paul come calling and running to me to be with me. I will do as he's doing. I will follow his lead. I will fit him in with my schedule when I can. I know I am, Martha began to think to herself, I know I am the one who suggests the open relationship. However, it was only because he was secretly dating other women. So I figured, why not join him? By dating other men. Why not join him? So here's the thing. Paul goes and do his little thing with his women, comes back from his Jamaica trip with Susie. He gives Martha a call after he returns. Rather than ask how she was doing, he immediately started to talk about the awesome time he had in Jamaica. He was telling her about the trip like her and Susie was best of friends. You telling her about your trip with another woman, Susie, and you talking like it's okay. I'm telling you about a trip with me and your best friend Susie. No, that's not it. Martha still remained the classy lady that she was. Martha patiently listened to him talk without interrupting his flow. She just listened to him talk. She did not interrupt his flow. When he finished bragging, he tells Martha, after he finished bragging to her about his trip, he said, I cleared Saturday so we can spend the day celebrating your birthday. Paul was taken back by Martha's comment. Martha tells him, Paul, honey, why don't you give me a call on Sunday with the details of how much fun you had celebrating my birthday? Maybe Janice or Barbara is available to celebrate with you my birthday. Susie may be too tired after the Jamaican trip. She says, see, I have plans on Saturday. As a matter of fact, the only dates I have available is Thursday evening, 3 weeks from today, and a Saturday 1 month from this coming Saturday. She says, let me know if any of these dates are good for you. Maybe we can go see a movie, or how about we go to our favorite restaurant together? So she was so calm, cool, and collected. Paul couldn't handle that. He said, what do you have planned in place of celebrating your birthday with me? He gets raised his little tone with her, get a little arrogant, asking her, what do you have planned? In other words, you ain't got nothing to do but wait on me to call you when I'm finished with my other women in this open relationship you asked for. See, that's the arrogantness that he had towards her. What do you have planned? So Martha's in her sweet, quiet, ladylike voice, she tells him, Saturday morning, Jesse and I will be sailing on his boat. We will have lunch on the marina and spend Saturday evening taking a helicopter ride to dinner on his friend's private island. Paul says, who the hell is Jesse? Martha, being sweet, saying, someone I am dating. Then he says, does Jesse know you are in an open relationship? She says, yes, he does, and so do William and Glenn. She told his butt. He goes, what the F? How many men are you dating? She says, you make 4. He goes, why didn't you tell me you were dating 3 men besides me? She tells him, Paul, I might have been the first to verbally request an open relationship, but it was only after finding out you had been secretly dating other women for 2 years while we were in an exclusive relationship. Or should I say for over 2 years, because it was 2 and some change. So Paul, he was taken back. She said, when you agree to the open relationship, you were the one who set the rules. She continued to let him know. Yeah, I was the first to verbally ask. But when you agreed to the open relationship, you were the one who set the rules. Not one time did you state I had to report to you who I was dating. Your rules was I had to not rejoin the Millionaire Club that you own, you part ownership in. She said, I thought I am dating 3 other men, but nonetheless, I was making you priority. She said, although that's what I was doing, I was making you priority until I realized that I was not priority in your life. You did not make me priority. She said, I decided to follow your lead in this open relationship, your lead. She said, so you tell me what it is that you want to do. I refuse to be in another one-sided open relationship with you, Paul. Whereas you are the only one dating other people while I sit home waiting for you to have time for me. I'm not that girl. I have too much confidence in myself and self-love. I am not closed-minded to trying new things. For this reason, and because of my love for you, is the only reason I request an open relationship. She says, otherwise, I would have simply ended our relationship once I found out you were dating other women while we were dating exclusively. She says, so talk to me. Talk to me, Paul. What do you want to do? Paul thinks about it for a minute. He paused. Then he said, let me think about it. I will call you tomorrow. So they both hang up the phone. The next day, Paul calls Martha. He calls her. Hello, Martha. I gave our conversation on yesterday a lot of thought. I need for us to stop in the name of love. He tells her, I need for us to stop in the name of love. He says, time to exit from this open relationship before my heart gets broken. Okay, now he's starting to get down to the real reason why he wants to stop. He's being vulnerable now. He's being open. He said, I want us to stop before my heart gets broken. He said, I am willing to go back to us dating exclusively. He says, I promise you, it will not be one-sided. If you agree to us dating exclusively, he said, I would immediately end my relationship with the other women. He said, I am here to commit to you and only you. My actions will align with my words. I will be more present in this relationship. He tells her, will you give us another try? Yes, Paul. See, she always loved Paul. He was her priority. She said, yes, Paul. I would love to give our relationship another try. I am open to us only dating exclusively. I will also end my relationship with the other men immediately. Paul was so happy. He said, can I come over tonight? I need to see you. I need to kiss you. I need to hold you in my arms. He said, I love you, Martha. Martha was so touched by Paul's vulnerability, his openness to her, and the things he stated. She said, Paul, I love you too. I always loved you, even when we was in an open relationship. But it's not what I wanted. I don't want it. I just needed for you to see how I was feeling when you were secretly dating other women, having a one-sided open relationship and leaving me, pushing me to the sideline. She said, but I'm happy that you came around and you understand that my heart is nothing to play with. She said, I love you too, Paul. Click the thumbs up and the subscribe button to receive notifications of more articles from the Book of Life. Remember to click that thumbs up button. Be blessed and safe. Peace.